Yulan Chu and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today it's time for another evening officer video, and in this case about Brad Boimler. You will know him from Lower Decks and since not so long ago also from Strange New Worlds. That was an episode, and I thought it couldn't get more interesting than those Klingon K-pop band I have seen in another episode. Nevertheless, Boimler was introduced with the first Lower Decks arc here in this game, and as you can see, he is one of the officers I do use. He is deployed, he is out there with one of my ships in Dock F though, but nevertheless, he is a rare officer in this game, and we have to talk about class, group, and faction as usual as well. He's class command, that's what he always wanted. So you will need command badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Lower Decks, so if you put him on the bridge with another Lower Deck captain, then he will give synergy. And he's faction Federation, that means that you need Federation credits when you want to upgrade him. So command badges and Federation credits. As I said, when you put him on the bridge with another Lower Deck officer that can as captain, because you see he doesn't have a captain's ability. It says unfit to lead. He's not the only one where it says that, but with Boimler, he's quite annoying sometimes, and so you can understand why they chose that phrase to explain it, because they're using different ones for different officers. But he does have an officer ability, so you can put him on the bridge still, just not as captain, and an below deck ability. His officer ability is the real action, and that means that Brad Boimler increases armor piercing, shield piercing, and accuracy by 35%. That is quite nice, and he's only level 10 here in my game. And the below deck ability is the Boimler effect. I don't know if you remember it from the series, what the Boimler effect was. If you do, put it in the comments, please. Those that haven't seen Lower Decks will be quite interesting, I guess. Brad Boimler increases armor, shield, deflection, and dodge by 68%, and that is a helpful ability if you don't have better officers below deck. And with your increasing number of ships, you definitely need more officers with below deck abilities, and not all of them have abilities against normal hostiles, for example, or for mining for your other ships. So I still do use Boimler. He was one of the very first I got from Lower Decks, and so of course in the beginning I used him on my main ship when there weren't many officers with below deck abilities, and as you can see, I still use him on one of my other ships. It's F, it must be my A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, it's my sixth ship, and we are using different grading here in Germany, so the ABF is not so engraved in my mind with the numbers as it is for my American viewers, for example, because we don't get an A, B, or C or whatever in school. We get a 1, a 2, a 3, and so I had to count down what F was. You will, of course, ask, how will you get Boimler? He is one of the officers that you will find in your refinery, and here in the support refinery. And there we have the Cerritos refinery. When you have the Cerritos, you do the Cerritos event, or you do the Cerritos event on Wednesdays to get the Cerritos, and then afterwards you do second contact when you have the Cerritos. And here you have the chance to get below deck officers from the first arc though, and that's Beckett Mariner, Divana Tandy, Brad Boimler, Sam Rutherford, and Badgie. There's none of the officers from the second arc in here, so no Freemans except Beckett. In the end, she is a Freeman, or no Billups, no Ransom, and so on. But Brad Boimler is here, and you see that you at least have a chance of getting up to 45 Boimler shards here. That's lower than, for example, for Mariner or Tandy, but they are more expensive anyway because they're epic officers and Boimler is a rare officer. So he indeed is more easily to get. It's almost like Badgie, and that's why I had Brett Boimler very early. I had him, of course, also from the ARC as well. But Rutherford was a bit harder. That was the typical thing I always talk about, the luck and the gambling and so on with the officers. You know the story about the two guys from my alliance, one with tons of luck and the other one with total bad luck with big pulls of officers. And you have the chance to do it here. For example, yesterday again I got another good pull with Hammer, and it was 110 shards I got in the Mantis refinery, and that in an officer event, so that was quite nice. Nevertheless, all of those, I know some people are annoyed that they introduced the lower decks officers, those comic officers, but yeah, it was the same with the Monavine because it's from lower decks that people were really angry. Well, I'm not that a fanatic player, so to speak, that something like this could wind me up that much. But with the abilities, and especially with the lower decks abilities they included into the game with that, I quite think that it was a good addition to have those lower deck abilities at least. What do you think about those comic characters and everything? But I even watched Prodigy and liked it. It's a kids show in the end. It was shown here only on a kids channel, but it's Star Trek. But if you want to comment on that topic as well, then please do. You know that I'm always happy to see your comments under the video on the topic of the videos, or if you have questions or video requests or just want to say hi and where you're from, I'm happy about every comment, and you know that I regularly read them. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.